Here is why you should get a community world in each Sign Sea. So first off, you could just like make any genre, like not genre, but like style of a community world that you want. It's only for a cheap price of 500 buck coins, which is extremely cheap. Each world costs 500. So if you wanted to get a big world, it would be 500 buck coins. Yeah, that's kind of a lot, but like it's worth it, trust me. You would just want to type in anything, like if you wanted to make an item up type of thing, only up, a run map, a PvP map, like a role-playing map, anything like that. You would just type in the code, like for example, fight mobs. If you were to put in fighting mobs, it might say fighting mobs does not exist yet. Would you like to create it? You would want to say yes if you want to create it, and you could just like build whatever you want. For creativity, you could build like statues and whatever you want. And you could show your friends. You could try getting yourself on populars lists if you want fame, you know? And a community world does benefit you, kind of, because it's kind of like a job, kind of, like a builder, but in a virtual game. So basically, how it benefits you is that you could potentially get popular, and if you want fame, you could potentially get popular, you'll be well known, and you'll just be enjoyed. Not like be enjoyed, but like you'll enjoy it if that's what you're mainly looking for. And if you wanted to do it just cause you want to show people what you think is cool to you, then do that. You could do whatever you want. Benefits you by you could like be recognized for making cool maps. You could make maps so you could add people for staff, and then you could make friends that way, you know? You could have people help you with what you're doing, and if your friendship gets pretty good with in virtual, you can like meet up unless you're like really young. But yeah, I recommend you get a community world if you want to just have some creativity besides having people add you so they can see what you build, because normally people don't like adding. So yeah, it's just basically a private world but out in the public. And yeah, that's why I recommend you get a community. Hope this helped you to get one, or like convinced you to get one, because right now it may seem like there's a lot, but like a couple thousand. That is a lot, but it's not that much. See, sometimes if you wanted to get a community world, it says, for example, shower used to exist but has expired. Would you like to create a new world with this name? If you want, then go ahead. But remember, it costs 500 buck coins. Extremely cheap. Only would take about 2 days to get. Um, anyways, bye.